Welcome, everybody, to Pasadena and the majestic Rose Bowl, one of the unique settings in all of sport. This year's Rose Bowl, presented by Prudential, is a crucial part of the college football playoff. It's time now for the quarterfinals, with the top 4 seeds, a time to begin their quest toward the national championship. But they run into a battle-tested team already coming off one playoff victory, trying to shock the world here today and make the semifinals. Kickoff team out there. We're ready to rumble for this college football playoff game. Bringing it out, it's Santos. And it'll be tackled right at the 20. That's a good job by the coverage team. So the USC Trojans offense comes on the field first today. Everything that happens on this field today is just heightened, Kirk, because it happens on this amazing stage at the foot of the San Gabriel Mountains. Nothing like it.
Nothing like it to me in all sports. We've been calling this game for such a long time, and I think we both agree it's one of our favorite games to call each year. And when we get a good matchup like this, it makes it that much better.
And the runner takes off to his right. Finds room at the 30. And that is a first down gain. Moves the ball to the 40.
Boy, a thing of beauty, right, Chris? A USC running back picking up a first down on the ground, and they've got so many great backs, and probably as many as anybody when it comes to counting up individual stars. I'm going back to guys like Charles White and Marcus Allen. Both won the Heisman Trophy.
Second down after that run on the previous play. And they're moving the receiver now before the snap. Second down, we're going to throw it. And it's complete downfield. They get him down, but not before he gets to the plus 38. And the Trojans will hustle to the line to crank the tempo.
It's a nice throw and a great catch by this USC wide receiver to pick up a first down. And boy, oh boy, USC quarterbacks and receivers, efficiency and timing and speed and execution. Boy, they are putting it on display once again today.
Offense getting set up. Here's second down. Defense bunching at the line, showing blitz. Out of the shotgun, he hands it off. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2. Not going to be easy here. Backed up a long way to go for a first down. And he'll drop back here on third down. Got him for a sack. A big play made by one of the senior leaders of this defense.
It just looked like the quarterback was holding on to the ball a bit too long that time. Allowed the defense to be able to get the pressure, and they come up with the first sack of the game.
And no chance for a return as the punch sails out of bounds. So Wisconsin's offense comes out for their first possession today. All right, Kirk, let's take a quick look at the impact players for today's game and how they're going to affect the outcome.
These are your leaders on the field and in the locker room. These are your go-to guys, not only when you need a play to be made, but also when you need somebody to rally your team.
First down play call coming up. How aggressive will it be? Solid game, moves the ball to the 36.
It's a good, solid game. 5 or 6 yards. Love to see that from the running game.
Second down after that run on the previous play. Pre-snap motion from the receiver. They flip it to him on the jet sweep. He eludes a tackle. And he picks up the first down before they get him to the ground.
A nice little simple touch pass here by the quarterback, getting the ball out to the receiver who's in motion. Look, that doesn't turn into a huge play, but they do pick up a first down. And no offense is ever going to say no to moving the chains.
They bring him down quickly, a short pitch and catch, and get a little bit closer to the marker. That completion makes it second and medium. Quarterback drops back, probing the secondary. Catch made on the right side. Tackled, but only after picking up a fresh set of downs. And the Badgers looking to keep this drive moving. Looking for some space. It's Graves.
Chris, the spread era over the years has always grown offensively, but I've been always impressed with defenses that really build their defense to play in space, still have an ability to be sound at the line of scrimmage and defend a running game. It's exactly what we saw right there.
And he's going to fling it deep, going for it all here. Oh, and it's dropped. A chance for a big play here in the early going, but some jitters on the part of that receiver. So the offense calls a timeout here. That's their first of the half. Offense been in reverse here. Now a long way to go to convert this third down. He's going to take another shot right here. That one falls incomplete. They tried to press it deep, but now it brings up fourth down.
But, Chris, the offense takes a shot downfield, and this defender does a great job of making a play on the ball. Not only that, he tips that ball up into the air. Good chance for the defense to come up with an interception there.
Pass is broken up. Turnover on downs. What a stop. Fresh set of downs for the offense. First down. Looking out throwing here to start the drive. Caught quickly. Breaks a tackle on the play and makes a decent gain.
That's what makes this tight end so dangerous. You can flex him out into that slot position. He shows you his versatility. He can be an inline guy that can block, but here he shows you what he can do with his hands.
And he's brought down, but he does have enough for the first down.
Offensive linemen are just a certain breed. They're always going to do their job, no matter who's back there carrying the ball. I'll tell you what, they have a little bit more confidence when the person that's carrying the ball can break off some big-time runs. That makes them block just a little bit harder, knowing what he's potentially capable of doing.
They'll run this play from the pistol formation. Defense showing blitz here. Looking to pass here on second down. It's caught on the crossing pattern. Takes a big shot there from the defense, but moves the sticks. First down.
Boy, just a great throw and outstanding accuracy by this USC quarterback. We always know over the years that SC has as much history as anybody at this quarterback spot.
It's intercepted. Tried to fire it into a tight window. Look out, he's got some space.
Well, mistake by the quarterback of putting that up in the air, but a great play by the free safety. You sit back and cover three. The center fielder is the free safety. He's got his eyes on the quarterback, and when that ball is released, he's got to show an athletic ability to be able to go find the football and come down with it for an interception.
Getting set. Here's second down. Back goes in motion now. Let's see how the defense adjusts. Quick pass. Here comes a jet sweep. Oh, and he breaks free. It's a foot race. And a big gain before he goes out of bounds. The offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs. First and 10 now for the offense. Handoff to the back. They stop him at the 22. This offense in great scoring position now.
Nothing better than an offense on first down to be able to pick up big positive yards like that. You can either keep giving it to the back, or it can set up play action and get the defense to come up to the line of scrimmage, and you can throw it over top of it.
Receiver makes the catch. Tackled quickly after the catch. He'll be short of the marker.
Love the timing here between the quarterback and his receiver. Pick up some positive yards, and I continue to be impressed with just the chemistry between these two.
That's a big gain before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks, more than enough for a first down. Looks like a man is down on the field after the last play, so they'll take a timeout. And the Badgers will line up now. It's first and goal. They go with a direct snap. Fights his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Wisconsin.
Chris, it's a great touchdown run here by this back. But the continuity this offensive line was on display, and that's the reason he was able to get into the end zone.
They'll try to add to the lead now with the PAT. And it's 7-0 after the PAT. Now they get set to kick it away. Doesn't bring the kick out. Touchback. They'll start at the 25. And here comes the USC offense back on the field. They had it going on the last drive, but it ended abruptly with the interception. Let's see what they can do here. Offense will keep it on the ground here. Breaking free at the 35. Tackle at the 40. That'll earn a fresh set of downs.
Sometimes I almost get mesmerized watching these runners who have great vision. You know, the eyes that carry their feet to the open space, making people miss. I just love watching those guys do work.
It's a big gain across midfield down inside the 35. Offense comes up to the line. They might have a chance for a couple more plays before the quarter expires. On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. Wow, lays out and makes a spectacular catch. So it's Wisconsin with the lead here, Kirk. We've reached the end of one in this quest to move one step closer to a national championship. Let's check out the stats so far. So here we go, first play of the quarter. The offense has a first down. Looking to throw it from the red zone. That's caught. It's Jordan. He takes it in for the score. Touchdown, USC.
That kind of play is almost impossible to defend. When the quarterback is throwing the ball with that kind of accuracy and timing, and the receiver runs a route like this, good luck trying to stop it. So maybe this is a great start for this combination, this quarterback and receiver, for a big day.
And the returner decides to signal fair catch. And the Wisconsin offense is back out on the field. They scored a touchdown on the last possession. Let's see if this defense has been able to come up with some adjustments and stop them this time. They tackle him at the 38. Solid gain. Nice play there.
You know, all week, the defensive coordinator told us about the quarterback. He told us about the receivers and how they're going to throw the football. But, man, they better get locked in on stopping this run game because that was a big-time game.
Defense able to stop the ball carrier there.
Chris, textbook job by the defense surrounding the runner and preventing that play from being bounced to the outside.
A pop pass on the jet sweep. An explosive play moves the ball across midfield. They'll spot it at the 38.
The defense has got to do a much better job here of adjusting to the pre-snap motion. They just kind of stayed in place and gave the receiver plenty of room there to make a nice play.
Looking for his big tight end. And the ball is picked off. Going the other way. Can they stop him? Past the 50. The 30. Inside the 10. And he's going to score on the pick six. Touchdown, Trojans.
You know, we talked to him during the week, and he told me he was a high school corner. And I can see why. He's got tremendous ball skills to make that play and then to be able to take it all the way back for a touchdown. Just outstanding.
PAT puts him in front by 7. Kickoff team has come on the field now to send this one away. And here's the fair catch by the return man. And the Wisconsin offense back out on the field. They're trying to recover from that last possession. They had things going, but then a pick six, a devastating play. They got to recover from that right now. He's hit right as he throws it, incomplete.
It has been a tough first half in this playoff game for this offense. They cannot get anything going through the air. Not only are they down the scoreboard, but there's really nothing to build around as we get ready to go into the second half.
Makes a quick catch. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a first down.
Boy, nice throw here by this Wisconsin quarterback. Good route by the receiver and a first down for the Badgers. And when Wisconsin can throw the football to complement their running game, they're a very dangerous offense to deal with.
Not easy to bring down. The quarterback finally gets the job done. That completion makes it second and medium.
Boy, that's pretty good coverage here by this defense. Not much of a window to throw.
He's looking deep here. And this is dropped. Would have been a huge gain, but he could not collect it. After the incompletion, they'll come to the line for a 3rd and 4. Looking to throw again. Looks over the middle, and that's complete. Brought down at the 46, good enough for a first down. Tackle made, but a strong arm throw by the senior quarterback.
Good job here by this offense coming up with this first down on that third down play. They knew they were going to have to deal with a lot of pressure, did their job, gave the quarterback time, they convert, and listen, you're down early in this game. Every possession matters. You need points on this drive, and they're able to have that chance now with that conversion.
They stopped the receiver, but that's a solid gain on that play. Quarterback wants to throw it on second down. He'll take a deep shot. And the pass is dropped incomplete. Would have had a huge gain. Took his eye off the ball.
Chris, I thought he had his hands on that football. I thought he was going to come down with it. But give the defense all the credit with a big hit to knock that ball loose.
Incompletion sets up a third down now for this offense. Oh, it's snapped to the back. He's tackled inside the 35 and picks up a first down.
It's a good job here by this offensive line and the running back. Listen, these guys have really had a lot to do with why they're in this playoff game, right? So give it to the offensive line in the back. Get the first down on this third and short. See what you can do from here.
He's got it for a big gain. The stop made at the 5. The offense will have first and goal now.
What a pitch and catch by the quarterback and receiver for a big gain for this offense.
And the motion by the back now forces the defense to adjust. And he'll get there. Touchdown, Badgers. Well, this college football playoff game is all tied up, and Kirk, it's beginning to feel a little bit like a shootout.
Yeah, it is. It's a battle of the offenses. Both these teams right now executing flawlessly, and they're doing so with such high stakes, answering one score with another. Neither team is backing up 1 inch.
Makes it to the 16. That's good coverage there. And the USC offense is back out on the field. A little bit of my turn, your turn so far in the early going. Both offenses scoring touchdowns in their last possessions. And looking for a big play here. The catch is made for a huge pickup. And they'll bring him down, but this offense creates a huge chunk play. And the offense will now quickly spend a timeout. Trojans trying to cash in here in the red zone. From inside the red zone, they're looking to throw. Lets it go quickly. Makes the catch. Can he get in? The defense stops him just short of the end zone. Spotted at the 1. The offense will call a timeout. That's their second of the half. And the Trojans trying to punch it in. It's first and goal. And they're trying to punch it in here. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2. And a quick timeout call by the offense after the play. Second down and goal. Quarterback sets up, looking for an open man. And he just throws it away there. Safe move. Had nobody open. So the offense looking to be efficient here. Not much time remaining before the end of the half. Trying to throw for it on third and goal. And he decides to just throw it away. That's going to bring up fourth down now. So they won't take a shot at the end zone. Out comes the field goal team trying to get 3 before the end of the half. And that kick right down the middle. Can't hit it any better than that. And they jump back in front. So here's the kickoff now. Offense settling for 3, tacking on a little bit of momentum before the halftime break. Final 9 seconds of the half as they line up here in first and 10. Quarterback drops back, lofting it toward the left sideline. And it's intercepted as he threw it into heavy traffic that time. And he'll be brought down as time runs out here in the first half. And that will do it for the first half here. Kevin Connors now has our halftime update. The Trojans will kick this away to start the second half. And the fair catch signaled for and taken. And here comes the Badgers offense back out on the field. And the first play of the drive now from the 25. First play of the third quarter is a handoff. That's a solid gain. Moves the ball to the 29.
Hat on a hat up front. Good job opening up the holes. Anytime you get positive yards on first down, that's a win.
The game makes it second and medium. Using the ground game here. Tailback has the handoff. The sophomore with a strong tackle there.
That's just not a whole lot of options here for this quarterback on the RPO. The defense, give them credit. They did a nice job of sniffing it out. I wouldn't be surprised if the quarterback is second-guessing that decision of giving it to the back instead of pulling that and either running it himself or maybe making a nice throw.
Tackle made it at 41. That's a nice gain, getting closer to midfield. And the Badgers have first and 10 here. They'll run it to the left. They pick up 4, so second down and 6 coming up.
Nice solid run here by this back. Did a nice job of just kind of finding that lane, pick up some positive yards there on first and 10.
Here comes a handoff. Fights off a defender. There's the tackle, but first down yardage. Looks like a player is down injured at that last play. We'll take a timeout while they check it out. And the Badgers pick up enough yardage to get a first down. Back in motion now. They get him down, but that's a solid gain.
Great job by the offensive line here, opening up some holes and giving the running back room to run on first down. Plays like this can open up the playbook for the play caller, allow him to make that defense think, are they going to run? Maybe play action, maybe throw the ball downfield.
They stop him, but it's a first down.
Yeah, to me, Chris, with this offense, it's almost an extension of their running game. You put the receiver out in motion, you flip the ball out to him, out to the outside, let him do what he does best, which is use his instincts, and he picks up a first down.
And the defense able to hold him there to a short gain.
See, that's how you limit what an offense wants to do. This time, the defense just won the battle up front at the line of scrimmage, not giving up any big plays. Everybody's gap sound. It's really solid defense on that play.
Receiver makes the grab and uses his speed to pick up solid yardage. And the Badgers come up to the line to crank the tempo up here. Snapping it from the red zone now, looking to throw. And it's caught. Touchdown, Wisconsin. And they go in front here in the second half. Now they line up to kick the extra point. And the extra point is good, makes it a 21-17 game. Getting set to kick the ball off now. And he'll just take a knee. Drive will start at the 25-yard line. And the Trojans offense is back out on the field. The last possession, they moved it, but settled for a chip shot. So sort of an unsatisfying result. Looking to do more here. Let's it fly to the wideout. That one falls incomplete. Good defensive play. Brings up second down. Quick throw caught on the left side. And they wrap him up after the completion just short of the first down marker.
The key here, Chris, is the timing by the quarterback. The fact he got the ball out quickly gave his receiver a chance. One more hitch or a slight hesitation, and that's an incompletion or an interception.
Try and muscle for the first down. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2. And the Trojans will send the punt team onto the field. And he'll kick it away now for the second time. And the coverage team makes the stop on this return. And the Wisconsin offense is back out on the field. They punched it in the last possession. Can they do it again, or will this defense make some adjustments to get a stop? What a move, goes right through the tackle. He's got room to run now. And a big gain before he goes out of bounds. The offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs. Offense coming to the line. They might have a chance for a couple more plays before we reach the end of the quarter. So it's Wisconsin with the lead here, Kirk. And as we reach the end of 3, time is running out in this crucial contest for both these programs to stay alive in the quest for a national championship. Let's check out the game summary before we move on. So the ball placed right at midfield as the offense starts with a 1st and 10. Here's the toss play now, running to the right. Trucks through the defender. And the second effort there will earn him the 1st down.
Hey, you got to do what you got to do. You got to rely on that offensive line in the running game here to be able to secure a victory. Good call, and just keep working that clock.
Quick throw. That's an RPO caught on the left side. Tackle made at the 21. This offense in great scoring position now.
Another big play by this offense, and it continues to be the pass game. Between the offensive line, the receivers running good routes, and this quarterback making really accurate throws, they are dynamic and a tough offense to stop.
Good job bleeding the clock on this drive so far. They'll come up on a 2nd down. That's the wide receiver coming in motion now. They flip it to him on the jet sweep. He'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. For the offense, a chance to extend the lead, but more importantly, milk the clock here late in the game. 1st and goal, handoff. Touchdown, Badgers. Still no answer for this offensive machine. Kicking team on now for the extra point. Extra point is up and good, so the lead now is 11 here in the final quarter. Kickoff team on the field getting set now. He's going to return it from near the goal line. He'll be tackled at the 18. That's good coverage there. And here comes the USC offense back on the field. This group was coming off a quick 3 and out, and they put something together in this drive. Fires it to the wideout. Catch made down the left side, an explosive play. Stopped out at the 39, but good enough for a 1st down. The Trojans will hustle to the line to run the hurry-up offense. On 1st and 10, looking to throw. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. Not much after the catch, but it is good enough for a 1st down.
Chris, here we are in the 4th quarter. These guys are trailing. Had been a great day, but with this quarterback, he's as gifted as anybody in the country. You never
into the end zone. Touchdown, SC. That's a crucial score for it. Makes it a 1-possession game and makes the stretch run of this very interesting.
Yeah, now the pressure turns to their opponent and their offense. Momentum is starting to tilt, and it's your job to go into your 4-minute offense. But I'd expect this defense to be extra aggressive to try to get this ball back.
Here's the kickoff team now, set to boot this one away. This one will be fair caught. And the Wisconsin offense back out on the field. In the first play of the drive now from the 25. Handoff to the back. They'll keep the clock moving. And the run moves the ball up to the 33.
Chris, good job here on this stop, but remember the ball is inbounds and the clock keeps moving here late in the game and you're trailing. As a defense, you got to start thinking about utilizing those timeouts. You got all 3 to use. At what point are you going to start putting those into play?
Quick pass. Here comes a jet sweep. That gain is good enough for a 1st down. Ball spotted at the 42. We head now to the 2-minute warning as this offense tries to bleed out the clock and secure this win. On the ground, it's Graves. Tackled, but not before he gets into enemy territory at the 45. And now a timeout taken by the defense, trying to preserve as much clock as possible for their offense. And the Badgers come to the line to set a fresh set of downs. Running game is working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there. And now it's the defense that calls timeout here, trying to get organized and preserve as much clock as possible. Here's the 2nd down play. Motion by the back. Defense better adjust. A pop pass on the jet sweep. The tackle is made, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what that's about.
Hold it. Offense.
Obviously, the defense will decline that penalty on the offense and take the result of that play. Different pre-snap look from the linebackers now. Come up on third down. Solid drive. Defense trying to get off the field here. Here's the snap. Quarterback looking to throw. And he's got his man open downfield. Tackle is made, but it's a big gain. They'll move the ball to the 25-yard line. Timeout is called here to stop the clock on this crucial possession. Of course, in the playoffs, it's survive and advance.